Okay, before we arrive, I need to give you a comprehensive briefing on what to expect. I prepared these flashcards with detailed information about each family member, their quirks, trigger topics, and optimal conversation starters. I've organized them by threat level, and by that I mean how intense they might be. Green is manageable, yellow is prepare yourself, and red is, well, just remember your escape routes, which I've mapped up here. We should practice some responses. When my grandmother Willow asks about our Celestian compatibility, and she will ask, just nod and say you feel aligned with Jupiter. She respects Jupiter. Don't mention Mars. We don't talk about Mars in this family. Also, I hope you don't mind, but I've been recording your voice patterns to create a family reception prediction algorithm. The results were inconclusive, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I calculated a 63% of my family not completely traumatizing you, which is actually the highest score any of my theoretical partners ever received. We're almost there. Just remember, whatever happens, whatever you see, whatever anyone asks you to drink or sign or donate generic material to, just know that I'll make it up to you later with that chocolate cake you like from Angelo's. Also, my childhood bedroom is mostly the way I left it, except for the shrine, but don't worry about that. That's like barely even noticeable anymore. Ready for this? Just remember, I warned you. The universe whispered your arrival to me in my morning meditation. The hummingbird that visits my window sang your name in Morse code. We're right on time. I texted her 20 minutes ago. Oh, your hands have touched exactly 17 doorknobs in the past week. I can feel it. And you've recently encountered a cat with healing powers. The cat told you nothing, but it knew things. Mom, remember our agreement about personal boundaries? The one we wrote on parchment paper and ceremonially burned? But darling, the moon goddess Selene herself guided me to prepare this special welcoming elixir for your desired one. It's actually just pretty good blueberry tea. Mom just can't serve anything without claiming it has mystical powers. Come on in. I prepared a feast blessed by my spirit guides. Each dish was created while he channeled a different deceased celebrity chef. The lasagna is inspired by Julius Child's essence, but with my own special twist. I hope you don't mind, but I've been commuting with your spirit animal to better understand your tastes. That's why I made sure to include your favorite herbs and spices. The owl spirit told me you prefer rosemary and thyme. Mom, the relationship investigation board was supposed to be in a meditation closet, not hanging in the dining room when humans can see it. Shh. I just have a few questions for the historical record. At what precise moment did you first feel a shift in your hypothalamus regarding my daughter? And have you ever experienced any prophetic dreams about spring prior to meeting her? Many soulmates report precognitive recognition. Oh, and this is my cousin Nova. Nova, remember what we discussed about personal space and not materializing next to people without warning? I'm conducting field research on spring mate selection process. Your arrival presents a statistically significant case study opportunity. Please complete this 10-page questionnaire about your human experiences and potential supernatural encounters. Pay special attention to Section 7 regarding past life memories and Section 12 about your tolerance for experimental cuisine. Nova, remember what the therapist said about overwhelming new people? The questionnaire can wait until at least the second visit. Very well, but I still require baseline observational data. Hold still, please. I'm detecting your past lives. Oh, you're definitely a medieval turnip farmer in one life and possibly a sentient cloud in another. Let's just go say hello to my grandma before Nova decides to perform an impromptu past life regression, which she did actually try to do to the mailman last week. Grandma Willow, this is... I know exactly who this is. The culmination of my trajectory I calculated 3 years, 7 months, and 12 days ago. Just as I predicted, the lifeline intersects the heart to line up precisely the Jupiter rising position. I've been documenting Spring's romantic probability matrix since she was 3 years old and showed statistically significant preference for blue crayons, which indicated a future partner with strong analytical tendencies. Grandma has a background in astrophysics and statistics, and also crystal healing. It's an unusual combination. Would you mind terribly if I took a small sample of hair from my genetic compatibility archive? Just a snippet, hardly noticeable, for science. Grandma, we talked about this. No DNA collection without explicit verbal consent. Very well. But at least let me show him the documentation. I've been recording Spring's development with particular attention to her partner selection and indicators. Note here how at age 6, she created a detailed ranking system for evaluating playground companions. I've already run 17 different probability scenarios for their potential offspring. The likelihood of above-average analytical capabilities is quite promising.
Oh, Grandma, please, we haven't even discussed children yet.
The universe doesn't wait for discussions, dear. It operates in mathematical certainties.
Oh, Nova's here again.
Would you like to see my research lab? I prepared a special demonstration.
Yes, let's go see Nova's lab. Right now. Immediately.
Welcome to Nova's interdimensional embassy. Please tuck your head upon entry and try not to make direct eye contact with any of the shadow people who sometimes visit. I am the official ambassador to 17 different fairy kingdoms and 4 monster realms that exist under my bed. But recently, I've been communicating with Spring's future children who visit me in dreams. They say you look exactly like their descriptions. This is for you. 3 gnomes help me make it under the full moon. It will protect you from the dream-stealing badgers and also serves as formal identification in the fairy courts should you ever be summoned. Also, I put a tracking device in it, but Spring made me deactivate it.
It's just string and cereal. Although I'm not entirely sure about the tracking device part.
I've been observing Spring since the moon told me she would find her true love this year. I've drawn pictures of you future together based on my dreams. The lizard people who live in the center of the earth told me you two are meant to be together. They have never been wrong before, well, except about the end of the world. They predicted that wrong 6 times now.
She predicted my parents would transform into peacocks last summer. We had to convince her that it happens very slowly, 1 feather at a time. Let's go check with Mom before she summons anything that needs to be exercised later.
I'm channeling the spirit of Wolfgang Puck, but he keeps arguing with the ghost of my grand aunt Mildred, who just insists the recipe needs more eye of newt. Not real newt eyes, of course, but that's just what she called paprika.
Mom, please tell me you're making actual edible food and not another one of your conceptual meals.
Of course, darling. I prepared everyone's favorites, including a special welcome dish for our guests that will bind your souls for 7 different lifetimes.
What exactly is in that welcome dish?
Oh, just things from my garden and a few items I borrowed from your hairbrush, some essence of your first crush, and a tiny piece of that birthday cake from when you were 7, the one you wished for true love on. Nothing synthetic.
Mom, do we learn nothing from the Valentine's Day incident of 2022? The restraining order was very specific about love potions.
Oh, fine. I'll make the regular lasagna instead of the soul marriage stew. But your father and I ate this exact recipe on our 3rd date, and now we share dreams 3 nights a week.
I think I should show you my room now before Mom tries to read our future in the leftovers or Nova attempts another seance to contact your unborn children. So, this is my childhood bedroom. Haven't changed much since high school. Just try not to judge me too harshly, okay? Welcome to where it all began. My earliest research headquarters. That's the shrine I mentioned. It's not as creepy as it sounds. It's just my theoretical partner analysis project. I started this in 6th grade after my first crush rejected my 37-page analysis of why we should hold hands at recess. Apparently that's weird and scary to most 11-year-olds. This is where I tracked statistical likelihood of finding someone matching my optimal compatibility factors. This section right here calculated the geographic probability of distribution of potential matches within a 500-mile radius. In this corner, well, this is where I started adding characteristics that match you after we met. And this is something I've never shown to anyone. I wrote this last year, before I even met you. It's basically a blueprint of exactly the kind of relationship I wanted. The kind where someone doesn't run away when I go full spring mode on them. I know my family is a lot. I know I'm a lot. Most people can't handle this level of intensity, especially when they see where it comes from. But you stayed. You didn't run away screaming when Grandma asked for DNA samples or when Nova tried to classify your human subtype. My whole life I've been cataloging, analyzing, and documenting everything, trying to make sense of the world. I made charts and graphs trying to calculate the probability of finding someone who would accept all this. Except me. And the calculations always came back with discouraging odds. But here you are, defying all my statistical models. Hold on. I need to document this precisely for my records. First kiss in childhood bedroom occurred at approximately... Yep, and that's exactly the kind of thing most people will run away from. Thank you for not being most people.
Spring! The moon goddess is whispering that it's time for the family welcoming ceremony. Is your guest ready to receive his spirit animal tattoo? It's temporary ink. Mostly. And I've calibrated the compatibility calculation software. It only needs a small blood sample.
I prepared the fairy ring for his official introduction to the gnome council that lives in our garden.
So, want to escape through the window? I have a rope ladder and a getaway route mapped out. I've been using it since I was 12. Or we could go downstairs and face the full Weir family experience together. Your choice, but just know that the second option is probably involving wearing some matching family crystal pendants and possibly a ceremonial chant. Either way, this is going in my relationship documentation as a significant threshold event, and possibly chapter 3 in our future relationship autobiography. And just so you know, Grandma's already calculated her wedding date based on celestial alignments. No pressure, though. She's only been right about these things 7 times out of 9. Welcome to the family. We're weird, but we're also yours now. No returns or exchanges permitted.
Hello everyone, this is Spring ASMR. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video and subscribe to never miss a single release. If you like exclusive content and if you like to support the channel, please join my Patreon. And if you like to join the Spring ASMR community, check my Discord server. Links to both can be found in the description of this video. Time for a quick shout out for my Patreon super supporters. ASAP Tony, Hispanic, Trico, Brian, Supersonic, FKLV, Vigorous Pringle, Isaias, John, Bag, Micah, Barry, Tommy, Jesse Reed, Lunar7, Lucret, Ludo, Small, Snide, and What I Had to Do to. And a huge thank you to our Ultimate Support Tier members, Jeffrey and Deanster. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye!